Hello everyone, I'm Eviana. In this episode, I'm going to explain about how to facilitate solid figure learning for blind students. We will need a number of solid figure geometric models. Some of the models used in this video are factory products. We have a sphere, a cube, a cuboid, a cone, and also a cylinder.
Pabrik. Nah, di sini ada bangun ruang bola, kemudian ada kubus, kemudian ada balok, ada kerucut dan juga
First, student can introduce students to the elements of solid figures. Solid figures have edges, faces, and vertices. An edge is bordering two or more faces of a cube. Teacher can ask the student, which one is the edge that connects between two faces?
Nah, guru bisa menanyakan kepada siswa.
Then, teacher continues to describe that a face is the flat surface of a solid geometric figure.
Permukaan datar yang ada di bangun ruang yang itu juga membatasi antara sisi luar.
A faces also defines the difference between the figures, exterior and interior.
Merupakan titik pertemuan atau ya titik pertemuan antara tiga rusuk atau lebih. Nah, kali ini rusuk ketika siswa sudah mengetahui sisi yang mana, rusuk yang mana, kemudian sudut yang mana.
Next, we continue to vertices in plural and vertex in singular. A vertex is the point where three or more edges meet together. When students have acquired the concept of face, edge, and vertex, teacher can start implementing it to the solid figure models. Teacher marks a spot on one of the faces as the guidance. For example, a symbol is placed on top of a solid figure model. Teacher highlights that the side with mark is the top surface. When students examine the object, they can revert to the guidance. The marked face is the top surface. The lateral has four sides: the right side face, the front face, the left side face, and the back face. Finally, on the bottom, there is the base or the bottom face. In conclusion, a cube has six faces: the top, the right, the front, the left, the back, and the base.
Kiri, belakang, dan bawah.
After determining the faces, the next part is identifying the edges. An edge is the line where two surfaces meet. For example, teacher asks students to touch along the perimeter of the top side. In this way, they can learn the concept of an edge.
Di kelilingnya sisi atas, nah ini terdapat rusuk yang pertama.
Show them this is the first, second, third, and fourth edge. Then they can continue to the vertical faces. They should find the fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth edge and recognize the surfaces as the vertical sides.
7, 8. Nah, ini sisi tegak. Nah, kemudian di sisi alasnya
Finally, on the base, they can touch the other edges of the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. There they are. Totally, we have 12 edges on a cube model.
total rusuk yang ada di kubus adalah 12 rusuk, 12 buah rusuk. Nah, kemudian setelah rusuk, kita coba tentukan juga sudutnya.
After learning about the edge, we also need to determine the vertex. Let's start again from the top. The vertex of an angle is the point where edges meet, which usually feels sharp. On a cube, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then move along this direction: 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's all we've got. So the total number of vertices on a cube is 8.
8. Nah, sudah habis ya. Jadi berarti
In conclusion, the elements of a cube are 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices.
bahwa unsur kubus yang pertama sisi ada 6 rusuk, ada 12 sudut ada 8.
After the cube, we will discuss the second solid figure model, the rectangular prism or a cuboid. A cuboid has the similar elements as a cube. What difference do they have? First, we'll confirm that both of them have the same number of elements as we did before with the cube. The top side of the cuboid should be marked. Or if your solid figure model hasn't got any, we can manually place a tactile mark on it so that the students can feel it. Then we'll count the faces, the top, the right, the left, the front, the back, and the base. We've got a total of 6 faces.
Ada 6. Unsur balok sisinya ada 6. Nah, rusuknya
Then count the edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 12 edges.
9, 10, 11, 12. Nah, rusuknya ada 12 dan sudutnya.
Finally, the vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is confirmed that a cuboid has the same elements as a cube. But if we compare them by placing them side by side, we can feel that they have different shapes. This is the difference. A cube has edges of the same length.
Nah, disinilah perbedaannya. Untuk kubus, tiap rusuknya memiliki panjang yang sama.
So, if we observe from the top side, we'll find that each edge's length is similar. On the other hand, the cuboid has two opposite edges of the same length, but the other two next to them are different. So, when students touch the model on its side and find that each edge is of the same length, they can conclude that it is a cube. And if they are different from the other two, they can tell that is a cuboid.
Kubus, tapi jika ada perbedaan, nah itu berarti tergolong ke dalam balok. Seperti itu. Selanjutnya,
The third one, teacher shows students the next solid figure model, a cylinder. There are 3 sides on a cylinder: the lid or the top, the vertical or curved surface, and the bottom face or base. It has got 3 faces on it.
kita dapati sisinya ada 3.
Between the lid and the curved face,
Selimut
there is the border alongside the circumference of its flat top. This part is the edge of a cylinder. It still belongs to the edge category, even though it's shaped differently from a cuboid or a cube. The top edge of a cylinder is a curved line. The other one is located between the base face and the curved face. Alongside the curved line, it means a cylinder totally has 2 edges.
antara alas dan juga sisi selimut. Nah, ini juga rusuknya. Jadi rusuk dari tabung ada di kelilingnya sisi tutup dan kelilingnya sisi alas, yang berarti rusuknya ada 2.
How about the vertex? Referring to its definition, a vertex is the point where 3 edges meet. A cylinder has 2 edges, each located on its own position. Both edges are separated from each other. It means a cylinder has no vertex or 0 vertex.
Rusuknya berdiri sendiri. Rusuknya ini terpisah antara rusuk yang satu dengan rusuk yang lain, yang berarti tabung tidak memiliki sudut atau sudutnya berjumlah 0.
Fourth, the next solid figure model is the cone. We have one face on the base. On a position like this, it looks like a mountain. The base face is at the bottom, shaped as a circle. So, this is the base face. The other face is the curved one. It is different from the cylinder's curved face. This side is the curved face of a cone. It brings us to a conclusion that a cone has 2 faces.
Selimut dari kerucut.
Then we'll discuss the edge. Does a cone have an edge? Because an edge is the line where two faces meet, while a cone has two faces, which means the circumference line of its base acts as the edge. So a cone only has one edge. Next is the vertex. Touch the cone. Students will quickly learn by touch that the cone only has one vertex. On this position, it is located at the pinnacle or the top. So the cone only has one vertex.
Ada satu. Nah, yang terakhir sudut. Nah, di sini bisa kita rabakan. Biasanya sudah langsung ketahuan ya, langsung teraba nih. Kalau misalnya kerucut pastinya memiliki hanya ada satu sudut. Nah, kalau kita posisikan seperti ini, nah letak sudutnya berada di puncak atau di paling atas, bagian atas dari kerucut. Jadi sudut dalam kerucut ada satu buah.
The last solid figure model we have is the sphere. Let's take a look. Does a sphere have sides, vertices, or edges? By touching it, we learn that the sphere only has one face, an unlimited face. Nothing is bordering with it. Since there is only one face, it means no edge will be found. There are no sides locating next to each other, which means neither edge nor vertex will be present. We can conclude that the only element the sphere has is the face, zero edge and zero vertex.
Juga tidak ada. Jadi kita bisa simpulkan bahwa unsur bola sisinya ada satu, kemudian rusuknya 0, dan sudutnya juga 0.
To facilitate solid figure learning, we don't have to rely solely on models like this, but we can also use things available in our surrounding. For example, to introduce students to the concept of sphere, we can use any kind of balls like soccer ball or anything, or clackers that are also spherical. Use Rubik or cardboard cubes, cookie box, and many others to show the shape of a cube. For cuboids, we also have many household items that are shaped like one. So, please don't be limited by factory-made models. Feel free to use figures and objects that you can find in your environment. That's all I can say about the solid figure topic. Thank you.
Ya, mungkin untuk materi bangun ruang saya cukupkan sampai di sini. Terima kasih.